Now, when you get ready to install the Wine Guardian unit, I'm sure you will have in hands our installation and operations manual. It is available in several languages, but just in case you haven't had a chance to read the whole thing, we do have our quick start guide, and that is also available in several languages and gives you a rough idea of how to install the Wine Guardian through the wall products. So to prepare the wall, you do have to find the stud locations on the wall and then mark the edges of the studs. You should mark the location for where the sleeve is going to be positioned. I mean, you can find it in the installation instructions, but it's 37 by 41 centimeters or 14.5 inches by 16.25 inches. And of course, you have to cut that hole in the wall. Once that's done, slide the sleeve right in place. Make sure the sleeve is level and make sure it's affixed well to the wall surface. Now, once you have the sleeve firmly in place, screwed in place, the next step is, of course, to unpack the unit and then slide it into the sleeve. You may need two people to do that. It may be possible for one person to do it, but it slides right into this metal sleeve. And you have the choice of mounting it flush with the wine cellar side or flush with the exterior of the cellar or anywhere in between. So you have to position that unit as you'd like to have it operating. Now, before that unit is in place, we do recommend putting some caulking around the edge here to make sure that the unit has an absolutely airtight seal against the metal sleeve. And once the unit is in place, we also recommend using this stripping to actually seal the outside of the frame to the wall. That really provides the airtight seal within the wine cellar. I mean, it has to be as good as the moisture barrier that's in the cellar, so you want to make sure that it is really well sealed. By the way, I should point out that there really is no exchange of air through this unit. Some people think it's bringing in outside air, but no, in fact, it is not. The unit maintains the cool conditioned air within the cellar, and the hot air is totally independent from the inside of the cellar. Let's talk for a minute about the coil that's in here. It's actually a coated coil. These coils on the cellar side are specifically coated. It's called an E-coat. It's an epoxy phenolic coating which retards, probably even eliminates the possibility that the coil could in any way be damaged while it's working in the cellar. Under most operating conditions, the condensate water that's produced by this unit will be evaporated inside the unit. In almost all applications, it's not necessary to have a condensate drain. However, we do offer that option on the back side of the unit. Outside of the wine cellar, it's possible to connect a condensate drain in case some additional condensate is produced by the unit. I'd like to tell you as well about the electrical connections on this unit. You know, it's really a plug-and-play unit. Here's the electrical cord that we supply in North America. Of course, there are other plugs used in other parts of the world, but this just plugs into the wall. Now, as shown here, as shipped from the factory, this cord is on the outside of the cellar, so you don't see any dangling cords in the wine cellar. However, if you prefer, it is possible to easily disconnect this cord and to connect it on the wine cellar side. So you have the flexibility about where this unit plugs in. It really just requires a typical wall plug. You do not need to run any specific high voltage wiring to install this unit in a wine cellar. In most cases, this unit is installed through the wall. Very simply, it's bringing the air in one side and the hot air as a separate circuit on the outside of the wine cellar. However, in some installations, we can use our optional ductwork for the hot air exhaust. You can do that on the outside of the unit, outside the cellar, and this plastic transition piece actually fits in place here, and it allows you to connect a small exhaust duct. This is only for the hot air. You can take the hot air and exhaust it outside of the building. I'd like to mention a few other features which really make this unit stand apart from the competition. Inside here, you can't really see it in the grill, but we actually have louvers in here which allow you to choose the direction of the air. Obviously, you can have it coming straight out into the wine cellar, but you could have it coming out at an angle. It's a bit like the heating and air conditioning in your car, where you have those louvers that allows you to move the air to exactly where you want it. So if this unit was installed in the corner of a wine cellar, you'd be able to direct that air out into the space more effectively. So once the unit is finally installed in the sleeve, the big moment has arrived. That's where you plug it in. Now keep in mind that the wine cellar is not going to be at wine cellar conditions the moment you plug it in. So you almost certainly will see a high temperature error message on the screen. Don't panic, that's because the unit has not yet started to work. In fact, it won't work for 5 minutes because of the compressor time delay. So you've got to let this unit sort of get ready to work for at least 5 or 6 minutes before anything will happen. Now from the factory, the unit is programmed for 15 degrees C or about 55 Fahrenheit and also 65% relative humidity. In our separate controls video, you can learn about how to change those settings, but that is how it is set coming from the factory. Also, the unit will be programmed in degrees C if it is a 50 Hertz application and in degrees F for 60 cycle. However, if you are, say, in Mexico or in Canada and have a 60 Hertz unit that you would like to read in degrees C, it is also possible to change the readout at this point. Now, the unit will start up, and in most cases, it will start to cool the space. Once it gets down to about 68 degrees Fahrenheit, that's about 18 degrees C, the unit will start to display the actual temperature and humidity here on the panel, and you'll be able to watch that as it continues on down towards the ideal preset temperatures in the program. So that's it. It's really quite a simple unit. It's designed to be simple, it's designed for easy installation, and it's designed specifically for use in wine cellars. In other videos, we'll address our fully ducted units as well as our split systems. Thank you.